Environmental Health Trust. I was wondering if you would be able to make a video testing a grow light. But if you're going to test a grow light, can you go and do grow light, Bluetooth Wi-Fi enabled in a grow tent, the sleeping area of the child, the neighbors, body voltage test, all that plus a phone app with the grow controller on it, which will probably run all night. And it'll probably be right next to the person's bed, probably. So if you can do that, that'd be great. You'd have a whole group of new individuals waiting for whatever instructions or even just the reading of the literature that you have available on there to reduce these exposures. Now, one more thing. I almost forgot it. I forgot in the last one because I was going to give it to Jack as well, seeing he's the neurosurgeon. But I want you to go through and illustrate on what these things are doing, plus everything else, blue light, dirty electricity, at work, at a concert, at a cannabis festival, so on and so forth, working at a cannabis grow op or whatever. But also include the body voltage test for a dab pen, dab rig, anything electrical for smoking. It may be a really long video, but I swear, you're going to get a lot of views. People should see this. They should see this. So if you can have, with all that testing, then have either Jack, seeing he is a neurosurgeon, or anyone that is familiar with the endocannabinoid system. Our bodies are electrical, chemical, and it'd be great to explain on the taxation to this endocannabinoid system being in this sea of EMF. These people, cannabis community, are loving people. They believe so much in their medicine, and they are, even though they may not know it, are a form of a shaman. But this shaman is walking blind because the next scenario, give them this scenario. And I know Dr. Magna Havis, she came out of retirement, and I know she could probably go off on this. But what is the taxation to someone that is sick with cancer or whatever, having an effective immune system on top of it and being emerged, the elevation level from where they were at when they were sick to getting a grow app, this, that, doing lives, watching more blue light, so on and so forth. What kind of taxation is that on the body for someone that's already sick? I love cannabis too. It does work. But how much does it actually work in an EMF environment? Blue light, dirty electricity, cell phone, towers everywhere, 5G on the way. I'd say all that, and at the very end, hopefully that was enough to keep their interest. But emphasize on Autism 1, Martin Paul's paper, EMF, the major cause of autism. And the illustration, which is on your page, is the illustration between autism on the rise and the technology on a rise. And then do the scenarios for the concert, for the cannabis festival, for any kind of sporting event, school lunchroom. What is the amount of radiation from all those phones? 1.3 watts or 0.6? It's been a while since I looked it up, but what is the scenario for that at a concert? Someone that's sick, because Usually people that are, you know, medical cannabis, they're going to go to a medical cannabis festival to try out new medicine, right? What kind of implications are they putting themselves into being there for hours with tons of cell phones, probably Wi-Fi too for the venue, and then to top it all off, we have to end with edibles. I'm just adding this in there. We have to add it up with edibles because I think out of all the edibles that are out there, the gummy bear or gummies in general are probably the most taken daily, 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 every single day, multiple times a day, probably. Emphasize on the heavy metal toxicity in cheap Canucks gelatin. Yeah. So you have all this plus a cell phone up to your head. All you have to do is make a few videos, and you're going to get 10,000 soldiers on parade.